A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, Mid-Hudson It's Tuesday, June 14th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. The Public Works and Capital Projects Committee of the Ulster County Legislature took major steps toward developing a new government operations center in New Paltz during their Monday evening session. Consultants identified 10 potential sites and narrowed them down to one at Paradise Lane in New Paltz and another at Golden Hill in Kingston. In the end, they recommended the New Paltz site, and the committee voted to declare the county as the lead agency under the state's environmental review process and to authorize the acquisition of the land in New Paltz because of its location, says Chairwoman Laura Petit.
In the event that there's a catastrophic event, they have major arterials that will get them to the center, 299 through a 9W32, and we don't have that benefit at our city location.
The former agricultural land is estimated to cost some $3 million to purchase, while construction of the facility would cost an estimated $25 million. A measure to protect medical providers who perform abortions was signed into law by the governor, along with a package of legislation to bolster access to reproductive health care in New York. One bill in the package, sponsored by Hudson Valley Senator Michelle Hinchey, prohibits a New York medical provider from facing action for performing an abortion on a patient whose home state has made abortion illegal.
It prohibits medical malpractice for healthcare providers and doctors who perform abortions here in New York, even if it's a service for someone who is from a state outside of ours.
Other measures in the package of bills signed by the governor establish freedom from interference with protected reproductive rights and prohibits medical misconduct charges for performing reproductive health care. More news right after this.
Be your dad's favorite son or daughter with a gift from the Galleria at Crystal Run. The Galleria at Crystal Run has hundreds of ideas for Father's Day gifts. Ideas such as Dick's Sporting Goods, JD Sports, and even Pro Image. And what kind of dad doesn't like to eat out? Choose from some of the amazing restaurants like Fuji, 110 Grill, Peru Cuisine, or Allen's Mediterranean Grill. Plus, enter the Father's Day Lookalike Contest. The Galleria at Crystal Run in Middletown, Orange County's premier shopping, dining, entertainment, and Father's Day destination. Be sure to visit Galleria at Crystal Run for contest details.
A video posted on social media showing a white man in a pickup truck cursing out Pastor R.D. McLemore of Newburgh in racist terms has been condemned by local leaders. Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney, Newburgh Mayor Torrance Harvey, and Mid-Hudson Westchester NAACP Regional Director Wilbur Aldridge issued a joint statement saying racism has no place in our communities. The leaders say the video is disturbing, as are reports that the man who harassed Pastor McLemore has repeatedly targeted other people of color in the area. They said they're working with local law enforcement to get more information about this and other incidents. We can and must do more to combat racism and support black and brown communities in the Hudson Valley, they said. The man who screamed the comment said he was an off-duty state trooper. State police are investigating the incident, and the spokesman said it's not likely that the man was an officer. Village of Liberty police have arrested a 34-year-old Liberty man after an investigation into the death of a 4-month-old pit bull puppy. Officers began investigating after receiving a report that a puppy had been killed by a man in Liberty. Following investigation, the alleged killer was identified as Miguel Colon. Officers recovered the remains of the dog buried in a shallow grave. The remains were exhumed and turned over to the Town of Liberty Dog Control Officer for a post-mortem necropsy study. It was determined the puppy had been struck in the head with a large speaker and then a large rock, several times causing its death. Colon was charged with aggravated cruelty to animals and remanded to the Sullivan County Jail in lieu of $75,000 cash bail. 3 Hudson Valley school districts have been cited for failing to provide mental health training to all staff. for the 2020-21 school year by September 15, 2020, as required by the state education regulations. The 3 school districts cited by the state controller's office are Goshen, Dover Union, and Cooksaki Athens Central School. The Orange County Partnership has named Montgomery Town Supervisor Brian Marr as its most valuable partner awardee for this year. There's no one more deserving of the MVP award than Brian, said County Executive Stephen Newhouse. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.